Welcome to my kitchen. It's almost end of summer season, and that means fresh fruits, vegetables, and flowers from local farmers. I'm here at my favorite place, the farmers market. Here you can find fresh fruits, vegetables, and flowers from homegrown local farmers. You can find everything that you need for this season. And in today's show, I'll be making whole wheat loaf bread, grilled vegetables, mint pesto, and peach tart. For today's show, I'll be needing some fresh vegetables and fruits that I need to buy to prepare for our meals that we're making for today. And I hope I can find everything that I need here. I'm sure I will find everything that I need here. There is everything you could think of, and everything smells so good, and it's so fresh, and it's so, so beautiful. Let's go shopping. For my grilled vegetables, I will need some zucchinis also. And look at these zucchinis. They look so, so beautiful. These are homegrown zucchinis. And look, they are different. There's two kinds of zucchini. This one is just all one color. This one has lines of darker color and lighter color. You can't come to the farmer's market without buying some fresh flowers. This is the best time of the year to buy sunflowers. And look at these sunflowers. Don't they look so beautiful? Look how yellow the color is. Look how bright and beautiful and fresh these flowers are. These were cut freshly this morning from a local flower place. So I will get some flowers. For my grilled vegetables, again, I will need some colored peppers. I will need some eggplant. Look at these beautiful eggplants. Where are these grown, these eggplants?
In Dundee, Michigan.
Dundee, Michigan, and these are homegrown.
Yes.
And how about the peppers?
They're also grown in Dundee.
They look so, so beautiful. I love the combination of the two colors together. They look so beautiful. So I will need 4 peppers. I'll pick the multicolored ones. Or this is good. Maybe I'll pick 2 more.
Okay.
And I will need 2 eggplants. And I need some red onions. They look so, so good.
Okay, I'll put them separate.
Thank you.
Anything else today?
Yes, for my dessert, I'll be making a peach tart. So, of course, you know, peaches are in season now, and this is the best time to make the tart. Tell me about the peaches that you have here.
This is a late Red Haven variety. They're grown in the west side of the state of Michigan, where the family works.
This smells so, so good. Isn't this the best way to pick peaches? Like which one are the best when you smell them? And then you smell?
You can tell somewhat by color. And then, of course, a softer peach, you know, when you feel it, it's typically a little riper.
It's typically riper, a little bit sweeter too, right? But for my peach tart, I don't need to buy like real soft peaches.
Right.
So I think I picked firmer
peach.
ones.
Right.
They'll cook in the oven. We don't want them to be too soft.
Right.
So I will need to get these 2 baskets of peaches, please. To make the mint pesto, of course, I will need some fresh mint. Look at these beautiful herbs. They're all homegrown and they look so, so beautiful. They're so fresh. They just cut them this morning and they are so, so wonderful. They're all from locally grown homes and they look so, so beautiful. So I will pick some mint for my mint pesto. This looks so good. Maybe I'll pick 2 of them. Thank Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you. I am so excited. I found everything that I need to make my dishes today, and I will really enjoy making these vegetables and making the peach tart and everything. Now we'll go back to my kitchen and start cooking. Look at these beautiful vegetables that we bought from the farmer's market for the grilled vegetables. Look at this mint. It smells so, so good for the mint pesto, and these beautiful peaches for the peach tart. We'll start off by making the dough for the whole wheat loaf bread. For this recipe, I need 2 cups of lukewarm water. Temperatures between 98 and 105, and then 5 teaspoons of dry yeast, equivalent to 2 envelopes of dry yeast. You notice we're using 5 teaspoons of dry yeast and 2 envelopes of it. Usually using whole wheat flour usually requires using more yeast, so that's why. And then 1 tablespoon of sugar. Anytime you use sugar with the yeast, it's gonna wake up the yeast and it's gonna be fresh and it's gonna rise the bread real fast. So we'll leave it for about 5 minutes to rest. Now, to the yeast mixture, I'll add 5 cups of whole wheat flour. Whole wheat flour, this is unbleached whole wheat flour. It's real healthy for you, has a lot of fiber in it, and it's not processed or anything. This will be great bread to have. Okay, and we will add 3 teaspoons of salt to the mixture, and half cup of extra virgin olive oil goes in the mix. We'll use the mixing attachment to mix all the ingredients. Want to make sure everything is nicely incorporated with each other, and now we are ready to change the mixing attachment to the dough hook attachment to finish kneading the dough. Sure, we'll remove every single bit of dough from the mixing attachment. You'll know that the dough is ready when everything gets together around the dough hook attachment, and then you'll know it's ready. So this looks good. We will remove it. It's nice and soft. It's somehow sticky, not too sticky, but this is exactly how we want it. I have brushed a glass bowl with some olive oil. We'll turn the dough around make sure everything is coated with the olive oil, and then we'll cover it with an oiled plastic wrap and a kitchen towel, and we'll set it on the side in a warm place for about 2 to 2.5 hours to rise. Using whole wheat flour usually takes longer for the dough to rise than just regular flour. So we'll make sure we'll check it after 2 hours. When it's double in size, it's ready. So 2.5 hours or until it doubled in size. I'm using about 12 to 14 inches baking pan for to bake the loaf bread in it. So I had brushed it with some olive oil, and also to that I will just sprinkle some flour around the surface of the pan. This will give us nice bottom crust. About maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons of flour. You could use cornmeal if you like. I'm just using whole wheat flour. That should be good. This covers the entire surface of the baking pan. We'll set it on the side. Then I will sprinkle my work surface with some flour. And look how beautiful the dough is. Looks really good. Gently, we will transfer the dough to the work surface. We want to make sure handling the dough, we don't want to deflate the dough. We'll cut it in 2 equal portions to start with. We will use this one for later, and we will divide this portion into 6 equal portions. That's good. We'll set these 3 aside. We will roll each one of them. We will roll it to about maybe 15 to 16 inches long ropes. Each one of them, we'll set it on the side. Looks good. Probably stretch this a little bit more. We want to make sure they all the same length. I line 3 ropes next to each other, and then I will braid them together. I will skewer the end. I will skewer this end, and I will make sure it's nicely skewered this way too. And then this piece, it's gonna go on the outline of the pan, just like that. And we will roll out the other 3 pieces of dough into about 16 inches long ropes. And we will do the same thing here. We'll skewer the ends first. what I would do is I will lay this other bread, try to stretch it so the two ends can meet together, and just like pinch them together, just like that. Perfect. Beautiful. Look how beautiful this looks. And now what I would do is I will divide the other half of the dough into about 10 to 12 pieces. Let's see how many we'll be able to get. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Perfect. And I will form each one of them into a smooth ball, and they're gonna go around the braids. Just gonna line them like that next to each other. We'll have the dough rest for about an hour or so. So you'll see these are gonna double in size, and it's gonna fill the entire pan. Perfect. Now we have all of them here. We're just gonna flatten them a little bit. Looks good. Now we will cover the dough with oil plastic wrap. And a kitchen towel, and we'll let it sit for about an hour to hour and 15 minutes to rise. Our dough has been sitting for about 1 hour. Look how beautiful, how risen it looks, and look how it doubled in size. It's ready to go in the oven. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. We'll bake the bread in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes until golden brown. We'll check on our bread, see how it's doing. Look at this. Look how beautiful and golden and puffed the bread is. Looks so good. Smells amazing. So beautiful. Remove the bread from the pan, and we'll place it over a cooling rack. Look how gorgeous it looks. And while the bread is still warm, we will brush the whole top with some maple syrup. Brush the entire surface with some maple syrup. You could use honey if you like. Looks so beautiful. Look how gorgeous this bread looks. It's amazing. Now we are ready to make the dough for the peach tart. For this recipe, I will need 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, softened to room temperature. Before I start anything, I will use some of this butter to brush the tart pan. I'm using 11 by 7 inches tart pan with a removable bottom, float trims. You could use round one if you don't have the rectangular one. That will be just perfect. Just brush the bottom and the sides with some butter. I'm using about maybe half tablespoon of butter to brush the tart pan with. It should be good. We'll set this on the side. Now we will make the dough. For this recipe, I have 1 cup of whole blanched almonds. Will go in the mix. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. It's real concentrated. You don't want to use more than 1/4 of a teaspoon. And 1 cup of all-purpose flour. It's perfect. We will pulse everything together. We want to make sure the almonds are grounded, finely grounded, and mixed very well with the flour and the sugar. And then slowly we'll add the pieces of butter. I love using the food processor to make many kinds of dough, especially if you're making tart dough or pie dough. It's real easy to make. The machine will do all the job for you. All what you have to do is put all the ingredients together and the machine will take care of everything. Let's check on the dough and see how it's doing. It's nice and crumbly, and this is exactly how we want it. We'll just pulse it for another minute or so. I think our dough is ready now. What I would do is I will transfer it to the prepared pan. You see, it's almost look like sand. It's not going to be a wet dough. And then I will spread it down the bottom and up the sides of the tart pan. This looks good. The dough is nicely spread on the bottom and up the sides of the tart pan. Looks really good. Now, this will go in the fridge for about 30 minutes. We will remove the tart pan from the fridge. It's been sitting in the fridge for about half an hour. I will line the top with some parchment paper and then some pie weight, or you can use dried beans. Spread them around evenly. This will prevent the dough from puffing up. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. I will bake the tart shell to about 10 to 12 minutes. While I'm waiting for the tart to bake in the oven, I will prepare the filling for our peach tart. For this, I will need half cup of ground almonds, half cup of all-purpose flour, half cup of sugar, two large eggs, crack them in the bowl just in case. We don't want to end up with a bad egg in our mixture. So 2 large eggs in there. Half teaspoon of baking powder. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And finally, half cup of half and half. We'll whisk all these ingredients together until nice and creamy. Scrape the sides and make sure everything is nicely blended. This looks good. We'll check on our tart. Looks so good. We'll take it, set it on the side to cool off for about 5 minutes. Now I will remove the parchment paper. The tart has been cooling off for about actually 10 minutes, so it's cold enough for us to handle. We'll remove the parchment paper and the pie weight, and we'll set them on the side. Perfect. It's nice and cool now, and we will need maybe about 4 peaches that I will cut in half. These are the peaches that I bought from the farmer's market. Look how gorgeous they look. To remove the stone, the seed out. And we'll need one more. Just twist it like that and remove the stone with a spoon. Perfect. For the filling that we made on our baked tart, the whole thing, what a great filling. We used ground almonds, sugar, flour, eggs, half and half. It's beautiful. It's so rich and it's so creamy. And it's going to be gorgeous for our tart. We'll spread it evenly on our tart, and then we will line our peaches, cut side up, just like that. Looks so beautiful. We might have to move it a little bit. I think just 3 probably will be good. I don't think we have room for 4 peaches, so just 3 will be perfect. It's good. Beautiful. And then we'll sprinkle some sliced almonds. This is beautiful dough. The dough had some almonds in it. The filling has almonds. we are sprinkling some sliced almonds on top. It's gonna be gorgeous. That's perfect. I will place my tart pan inside a baking pan, just in case. And this will go in the oven. I reduced the temperature for the oven to 350 degrees. We will bake the tart in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. Check on our tart. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful and puffed the cream is. It looks amazing. Look how beautiful the peaches look. It smells so great. We'll set it on the side to cool off. Now we are ready to prepare our vegetables to grill them. Well, we'll start off with some eggplants. I will cut the stem off. Look how beautiful these eggplants are. And I will slice them into a ½ inch thickness. These are so beautiful. From the farmer's market, you see they have almost no seeds in them. Seeds are the one that makes eggplants bitter. They have all the bitterness in them. So what we will do is we will sprinkle every side of the slices, both sides, with some salt. Salt is gonna draw all that bitterness from the eggplant and all the moisture, and it's gonna make the eggplants more concentrated. So sprinkle them with some salt. This one has more seeds in it, so sprinkle it with salt will remove all that bitterness from the seeds. And we need to let them sit for about 15 minutes. Now we will prepare the other vegetables. I have some zucchinis here. These are amazing zucchinis. They're so fresh. And these are fairly large. So what I would do is I will cut them in half first, and then I will slice them lengthwise, about ½ inch in thickness. Should be good. And I will place them in my dish for now. Look how beautiful and white is the inside. They're so fresh. Beautiful. Grilling the vegetables will make them sweet and will bring all the freshness in them. And the textures is real nice, and it's really healthy for you. Should be good. We're using 3 large zucchinis. Should be perfect. We need to use the colored peppers. We'll use, this is almost like multiple color between red and green. So we'll use this one. We'll use a red pepper. We'll use yellow and orange pepper. So we use different kind of colors of pepper. We will slice them. We'll remove the seeds. First. right. And we'll have red pepper. We'll scoop all the seeds out. And we'll slice it into about 1/2 inch thickness. And then we'll have a yellow pepper. Set these on the side, and lastly we'll use an orange pepper. Looks beautiful. And we need 2 red onions. This is real nice and fresh. Look how shiny it is on the inside. That tells you nothing but freshness. Look how gorgeous this onion is. Beautiful, gorgeous looking onion. Perfect. I will use another one. So beautiful, so fresh. Grilling the red onion will make them real nice and sweet. It brings all the sweetness into them. And that's what's great about the grilling red onions. How beautiful. I'm amazed how nice these onions are. Perfect. Now all our vegetables are ready to be grilled. Now we are ready to make the mint pesto. It's a real easy thing to make. All what we need is, we need about 3 to 4 cups of mint leaves that I washed and dried. Maybe about 2 bunches, depending on how large the bunches are. Should be good. That's perfect. To this, I'll add 1/3 cup of pine nuts. If you don't have pine nuts, you can substitute with almonds, whole blanched almonds. So 1/3 cup of pine nuts, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Just throw them like that. They're all gonna puree together with the rest of the ingredients. I think I'll use 3 of them, should be good. Perfect. And then zest of half lemon. We'll just zest it right in the bowl of the food processor. Lemon zest is going to give it that unique flavor, and it has the most essentials, oils. That's where all the flavor is. You might think all the great flavors are in the juice, but actually it's not. It's all in the zest. So that's why we are using the zest. And now we'll puree everything together. to this. I'll add 1/4 cup of water, and then 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And that's it. Easy, right? Real simple. We'll transfer it to a glass bowl. Smells amazing. The mint with the lemon zest and the garlic, it smells so good. We'll cover it with some saran wrap. And we'll put it in the fridge until we are ready to use it. I have my grill heated to like 500 degrees, which is very hot. And that will be great for grilling all these vegetables. So what I would do is I will dab dry with a kitchen towel every single slice of the eggplant. Brush both sides with olive oil and then place them on the grill. I have all my eggplants on the grill. Now it's time for us to grill the remaining vegetables. Close the grill. Let them grill for about 1 minute on each side. We'll check on our eggplants. Oh, look how beautiful the grill mark. We need to turn them to cook on the other side. Looks so beautiful. Love the grill mark on them. We'll cover it for a minute or so to cook on the other side. Look at these beautiful vegetables. What a gorgeous combination of colors and texture, and it's gonna be amazing. Now we'll season our grilled vegetable with some black pepper. They look amazing. What a great way to eat vegetables. So beautiful. Just to season, and also some salt to season. Perfect. And then we'll grate some parmesan cheese on top. This will give it a beautiful color and nice presentation, and of course the sharpness from the cheese, it will add to the vegetables. Perfect. Now we will remove the tart from the tart pan. and set it on a serving platter. And we'll dust it with some powdered sugar. Looks perfect. That's all the time that we have for today. In today's show, we made whole wheat loaf bread. Look how gorgeous and beautiful this bread looks. We made grilled vegetables. We made mint pesto that goes with the vegetables and fresh peach tarts. Thank you so much for coming to my kitchen. We hope to see you next time with more exotic dishes.